All right, welcome back to Just Gooner Vibes. I'm here with Semir, Casuals X FC.
Yes,
Long
sir.
time coming.
Yes, sir,
Pleasure
my
to
brother.
have you here.
Happy to
How
be
you
here.
feeling, my brother?
I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, sir.
Um, we've been on the link up for a minute now. Happy
100%.
we're finally doing it. This low key going to be Arsenal therapy. Everybody wants to join in, wants to feel our pain, resonate with us. Please,
Facts.
it's exciting.
Well, I need all the therapy I can from that last game, man. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Where do
Mm-hmm.
we even start? That last game was so many talking points, so
Mm-hmm.
many letdowns, so many opportunities. Let me
Mm-hmm.
hear your thoughts on this game.
It's I'm not gonna lie to you. Like to if you guys know me, I'm Casuals FC. Follow me on TikTok, and
Yes, sir.
to the ones that followed me since day one, you know that I checked out. I checked out back in September. I've been calling this. I've called it time and time again, and nothing about what happened in the game.
Hmm.
Nothing surprised me at all. Nothing at all. We can dominate, have high XG, have all these shots, but
Hmm.
if you employ these attackers, nothing about the game should shock you. Nothing about the game. When it's all said and done, you know, the players who wanted to step up wasn't showing up, and you
Yeah.
realize how weak you are. You realize how much of an average team we are when Saka's not on this team, whether it be from set
Talk
pieces,
about it, man.
even the set pieces, right? We're thinking, I took it for granted because the reality is only Saka could deliver the corners.
Yeah.
Even without him, guys like Martinelli, Odegaard, not good enough, simply not good enough in the corners, and it's honestly embarrassing. I don't know more to say.
Nah, I'm right there with you. Yesterday, I was at the bar watching with the Arsenal community. Very disappointed. We had a lot of opportunities. A lot of opportunities. I mean, Havertz. Havertz was coming off a Newcastle game.
Mm-hmm.
The misses,
Mm-hmm.
bringing it onto this game,
Mm-hmm.
continuing misses. I mean, I could have scored some of the goals that he missed. I could have scored it just to be
Mm-hmm.
safe.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very disappointing. The
Mm-hmm.
subs that we made. The first sub that we made is Kieran Tierney, a left back, trying to get trying to get to a goal and try to win the game. We bring on a left back. I think Arteta has to just take this on the chin. There's nothing more to be said. He got to take this one on the
I mean, look, man, look. You see what I have up here? You see this?
chin.
My background. This is
The Mandem.
the last time our club right employed great strikers. The last time we actually employed Mavericks. The last time players that can change game state on their own with their own footballing abilities. The
Yeah,
last time. The last time we won a trophy because of these two players. Mind you, right? Let's think about it. Every single player that won him a trophy that he has been
yeah,
throughout the years. Not his players. Think about that for a second. Not
facts.
his players, but Emery's players and Wenger's players, not his players.
Yeah,
In addition to that, it's the misuse of funds. It's how many left backs must we buy? Why?
like 8.
I like
Jeez,
please it's not making sense at all.
it
It's
does.
not making sense at all.
Hmm.
And if you deep it, Nigel, right? If you deep it,
Hmm.
the best goalkeeper we've had since Arteta's been there was Martinez. Bend. The best striker we've had since Arteta was here, Aubameyang. Bend.
Hmm.
Our best center back since he's been here, Saliba, not his signing.
True.
Best winger that we've had, Bukayo Saka, academy player, not his signing. So think about the signings that he's made and how much they haven't impacted us at all.
Nah, you're actually right. If you really
Yes,
deep it, this.
exactly.
Yeah.
So look, man, I'm not trying to be negative. I feel like I'm being real. I'm a
Absolutely.
realist. I'm not a negative person. People call me out. They say I'm negative, but I'm
You're just
saying
being real. Nah, I feel
I'm
that.
being real.
I feel that.
Yeah.
When you saw the starting lineup, did you think we have a chance in just going into that match?
No, no, I did not. I did not because the reality is, Nigel, we don't have Mavericks. We don't. We have cogs in the machine. It's a
Hmm.
systematic team. That's all we are. It's all
Yeah.
patterns of play. It's all studied. No part of them, right? None of them can think for themselves and trying to change the game on their own. Think about it.
True. There's no like
Not
everyone's
Trossard.
trying to pass the ball just to get it off their feet. I saw that a lot in the second half. I don't want the ball. Just here you go.
Literally, it's ridiculous. And it's like and certain chances too where you see Havertz out wide crossing to Trossard.
Yeah.
Why is a 6'4" person out wide crossing to Doors? That makes no sense.
Absolutely no sense. I mean, credit to Sterling. He did when he come on. Unfortunate for Gabby Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
He did try to do
He did.
something. Give
He
him
did.
credit. That's the best I've seen him play all season, to be honest. And I'm not a fan of him. I wasn't a fan of that signing, but he
Mm-hmm.
definitely showed something like, hey, where has that been all the season? We
Mm-hmm.
kind of need that. And we
Mm-hmm.
probably gonna need that going forward to the next
Yes,
game, right?
we
So
do.
it's kind of unfortunate just seeing how everything is unveiling at the end
Mm-hmm.
of the season. And it's
Mm-hmm.
pretty much the same as last season. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
like a rinse and repeat of last season in a sense, but it's just so unfortunate. So
Very
unfortunate.
unfortunate. That's very,
So
very
unfortunate.
unfortunate. It is
What
what
do
it is.
it is what it is. What do you think, full time, the full time is there. We lost. We're
Mm-hmm.
in the locker room. Arteta's there. What do you think he's telling the boys just to motivate him, just to get to Tottenham?
Look, again, this is we're talking about an inexperienced manager here, a rookie manager, and
Yeah,
looking at his press conferences, what he's saying to the media, right? I can see, a soft guy, not as harsh, coming to them, letting them know, I love you guys. I love you more than ever. I'm proud of you guys, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna tell them we deserve to win the match based on the
of
stats.
course.
We've had more shots, higher XG. It wasn't our day, guys. It wasn't our day, guys. We deserve to win the match. Again, that's what I'm seeing in my head. I'm not
I
I'm
agree.
not I'm not seeing a Mourinho type. I'm not seeing a Fergie type of of a beat down.
Yeah.
Letting the players know and whatnot. I'm not seeing that. I'm not. I'm simply not.
It's unfortunate. It's super unfortunate. But looking ahead, we got a big North London derby right at our doorsteps
Mhm,
Wednesday.
mhm.
You think we have what it takes? I mean, regardless of form, I think that goes out the window for North London derby. It's just
It
you
does.
got
It
to
totally
show up.
does.
It is what it is. Man versus man. Pause. You just got to show up.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on that match?
Again, so I think I'm not gonna lie to you. I think this is the most toxic the fan base has ever been since our banter era, finishing back to back eighth place.
Fair enough.
And consecutive L's. It's not looking too good. Even the Arteta ends people are suddenly flipping. They're switching up. People are starting to understand, like, okay, cracks they're starting to show up now.
Yeah.
This guy, can he lead us? Actually, the
Questions.
Arteta believers are turning to Arteta doubters now. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Saka being out, the atmosphere is low. I'm not even though we're at home, I'm not confident at all. I'm not. Tottenham on the back of being Liverpool, they're probably hyped. It's a derby.
Yeah.
I got to be honest. I'm not confident. I think at the very best we're drawing the game. If not, it's an L.
I hope. I mean, things are not looking good for us, but we always kind of show up. To be fair, we always kind of show up for the North London derbies, and
Mhm,
I just hope and pray the players know what it
mhm.
means to us fans, what it
Yes,
means to everything. Because
yes,
3 L's back to back, we don't.
ridiculous.
Real question. People are gonna be really upset if we lost that. If we lose that game on Wednesday, 3 L's back to back. Newcastle, Man
Mhm,
United,
mhm.
and now Tottenham, our rivals.
Yeah,
That cannot happen. So the
nah.
players, please, if you're watching this, step it up. Step it up. We need to get that win. I think all will be forgotten a little bit. Fans might forget what happened for
Mhm,
Newcastle,
mhm,
Man United, if we get a convincing win in Tottenham.
mhm.
I think that should be enough. But if we lose, however,
See, but
Arteta out. Yeah, it's gonna
like,
be real interesting.
here's the thing, though, right? Here's the thing. I want the fans to know, right? I want the fans to know because this happens a lot. Because if we do beat Tottenham, right,
Fair.
still do not forget. Like, don't all isn't forgiven in my opinion. Because that's the thing. We
Okay.
relax too quickly. Because then we beat Tottenham and then we play Villa the next game. And then
Yeah.
we lose to Villa. And then it's like back to square one. Like, no, like you've already made the season bad enough for us. You're out of 2 cups. You
Hmm.
started out very bad in the season. Now, if you want to rectify our season, if you want to make us fans proud of you, right?
Yeah.
Support you, back you like you deserve, go on a winning run like you did last year. That is the only way I'll forgive you. Go on a winning run. Do what
I
you have
feel
to
that.
do, right? Because at the end of the day, we're not controlling our destiny. Because we can win all our games
Yeah.
and still lose if Liverpool win all their games.
Fair enough. And
So
we're 6 points behind. So
exactly,
yeah,
do your job, win every game, right?
yeah,
And honestly, just pray and hope that Liverpool drops points. But I mean, that's all I can say. I'm sorry to sound negative, pessimistic, but I'm
hmm
not going to be all uppity and be all over the players if we beat Tottenham, because the reality is you ruined my season the minute you drop points in September and October.
yeah. Fair
You
enough.
you got knocked out the FA Cup.
Fair enough.
You're already losing to Newcastle in a 2-leg competition. So it's like I don't know. That was the old me, brother. The old me.
I'm
I
still hanging on to it. I'm still hanging on to it. I still got hope. I still got hope.
I'm numb.
But
I'm numb to it all, brother. I'm numb. Like, I'm not. I'm numb to it all. Like I've gone through this rodeo multiple years. I'm just numb. That's what it is.
I feel you. But we going into this game super depleted.
Yes.
Jesus
Hmm.
out. We have Havertz
Hmm.
back in it. Hopefully he doesn't stink it up like he did last 2 games.
Hmm.
Who's gonna play the wing? Probably Sterling,
Hmm.
because Ethan is out.
Hmm.
Our
Yeah.
defense probably is gonna be the same because I think we
Hmm.
have a decent defense, but I don't know, man. Postacoglu, he got some tricks up his sleeve, so it's gonna be an interesting one at the Emirates, man. It's
Hmm.
gonna be a really interesting one. I just pray, I hope that we win. I
Yes.
know it doesn't change anything, like you said. It's
Yeah.
still, but it's just, I do not want to hear the banter from the Tottenham fans. I do
Yeah.
not
Oh
want to hear
no,
the
no,
banter
not at
from the
all.
Tottenham
Look,
fans.
at the end of the day, man. They are rivals. It's a derby. I do
Of
want a
course,
dub. I expect a dub, right?
yeah,
Especially if Liverpool loses tomorrow to Nottingham Forest.
yeah,
If the boys see that Liverpool lost, you drop points, and you don't get a
yeah.
dub on Wednesday. I have no words. You don't want it bad enough. You simply don't want
Well,
it.
Liverpool play tomorrow, right?
Yeah, they're playing away to Nottingham Forest with a
Oh
very,
yeah,
very difficult game.
yeah,
So
yeah. We definitely.
I'm hoping they draw at the very best.
Mhm.
But we'll see. Prayers up. You can only pray.
Prayers, prayers up indeed. On the flip side, we saw Emmitt Smith Rowe, man. He's doing his thing in Fulham. What
Mm.
do you think he's saying? This is his team. At the end of the day, this is his team. What do you think he's thinking about this team right now? That he's like, yes, I'm happy I got out, or he's like,
I mean, look, I gotta be honest. Of course, I think he's happy he's getting playing time again, right?
yeah,
But of course, I mean, I feel for him. I think he always thought he would be part of the team. He'd be integral
yeah,
to us winning big trophies again. Me too. I think before the injury, I always thought would be him starting at some point alongside Rice and
fair.
Odegaard. But is he happy?
How it goes?
I don't know. But at the same time, it's like I don't know, Nigel. You telling me how do you feel about when he left
Yeah,
when we sold him? To me, I was incredibly sad. I was
same. I was
incredibly
gutted.
sad.
I was gutted. I was gutted.
Incredibly sad.
But as a player development, I was happy for him because he's gonna get playing time. He's gonna be somewhere where he could be free,
Yes.
do his thing, and he's shining. To be fair,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
just like Iwobi, Iwobi got away from that, went to Everton, went a bunch of places. You see a lot of places, a lot of players who used to play for us doing
Mhm.
their thing. Joe
Yeah.
Willock from Newcastle, he's doing this thing as well.
Mhm.
Eddie, however, we'll see.
It
Time will
is.
tell. Time will tell
Yeah.
my boy Eddie, but
Yeah.
everyone else seems to be flourishing once they leave Arsenal.
Yeah.
But
That
I
is
just
true.
hope, yeah, I just hope things just get better on our side. With the Edu stuff too, we don't even have a sporting director, so who's even gonna pull these strings to get these players in? I don't think Arteta's gonna be making the contracts. Gonna be in the boardroom making negotiations.
Yeah.
We don't have that, so
Yeah. No. No, for sure, for sure. I believe you, brother. It's difficult, but I don't know how we're gonna get players in. Was that your next question? Like what?
yeah, of course. Yeah, that was my next question. What plays do you see possibly coming in to help us carry us through the season?
See so that's the thing, right? It's like I'm just not understanding why we can't buy players, right? I don't understand why Arteta's coming on the press conference and telling us this. No players available, market opportunity, whatnot. Last year, players available. The year before that, we were willing to spend 100 million on Mudryk, 16
Yeah,
million on Casado when he was at Brighton. This year, the world is letting us know. Napoli's letting us know Kivcha is available for 70 million.
Yeah.
Napi's letting us know. Osimhen's new release clause 75 million.
Yeah.
Sporting's letting us know. Victor has 85 million release clause. Release clauses left and right. Nico Williams left and right.
Nico Williams.
So it's
Yeah.
like they're there. The players are there, but we're not
100%.
getting them. We're not getting them. And then Arteta goes to the press conference, tells us, "I'm happy with my players. You don't need anybody else." So it's like, are you a puppet to the Cronkies? Like, are you lying to us? Are you
I think.
you actually mean what you say? We're confused. You know what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say? We've been asking for players, and then when he buys the players, misuse of funds. 750 million spent the last 6 years.
Bunch of left backs
Still
in the
don't have an
future.
adequate striker. You
Yeah.
don't have an adequate winger. You don't have an adequate LCM. We still
Mhm.
haven't replaced Xhaka, by the way.
Hmm.
You know, we
Yeah.
bought Havertz to replace Xhaka, right? We bought Marino
Yeah.
to replace Xhaka, but we're putting out a 105 million signing rights to play that position instead of the six. So it's like there's just so many questions that just like
Yeah. So many
it's
what's happening type questions because
infuriating. Infuriating.
so frustrating. But we did see we pulled the release course for Partey over that what it was winter or something like that, like
Yeah.
January window, I believe. So it's
Mhm,
possible. We done it before.
mhm,
Why can't we not do it again? I think he's like anti-striker or something. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of good players, a lot of players in the Premier League that we could just easily transition right
mhm,
into our team, like the
mhm,
Wolves player, Mateus Cunha.
mhm,
I
mhm.
think he would be a good fit for
Very,
Arsenal.
very good.
You
Very
know, Nico Williams also
yeah.
super good.
Mhm,
Kolo Muani from
mhm.
PSG.
Yes.
I think he's a
And
good fit as
another
well.
another
Just-
opposite another the PSG are leading they're literally letting us know.
Yep.
Colomwani on loan. If you want him, come get him.
And then who's
No
gonna
mistake.
take him? Man United's gonna pull the trigger, get him, and they have
Mhm.
a how many strikers do they have?
Three now if they get
They
him.
have exactly they have a bunch of strikers, and even though they're in the mud, they still know how to do business. They
Mhm.
still all right. Man City, they're going after players.
Look at Man City.
Everyone's going after players, and they got Holland, they got this, that, and the third. You know, but us,
Exactly.
we gonna go for a center back or a young center back or something like that, which
Oh my
makes no
god.
sense when we need a striker. You know, it's like the opposite. It's frustrating.
It's so backwards. It's so backwards. It's incredibly frustrating. Like you see City the minute they're in crisis mode, how
Yeah,
they react, right? Incredibly reactive, right?
true.
It's just I'm just not understanding it. Every club is signing players but us. Aston Villa on the verge of signing Dalian Malen from Borussia Dortmund. Like
Yeah,
Brian, name it any club. Southampton even is signing players but
right.
them. So it's like I'm just where has the money gone? We sold
Sunderland is even
we sold Eddie
assigning
Nketiah.
strikers. It's so
Not making
frustrated.
sense. It's not making sense. It's not making sense at all.
But
But
let's shine some light on the positive. Any positives going into Tottenham match and this weekend versus Villa? Because we gonna visit our old manager, and that team is pretty good. You know
yeah.
that team is they doing their thing. Any
Hmm.
positive looking ahead? Given our injuries and our low form,
Hmm.
back to back L's. Any positives?
The only positives for me, the only positives is that when it's all said and done,
Yeah,
throughout all the chaos, is that we're still second place in the Premier League, right? People
fair
often
enough.
forget, like, especially United fans talking all that shit.
Yeah,
Don't forget, mate, you're 13th place. We're second place.
you're in a relegation battle.
Yeah, you're in a relegation battle. Like, you're doing even the game they won yesterday. Like, do they realize how poor they were? Like go look the stats. You didn't do anything at all. Like,
Yeah, nah, that was a lazy
yeah.
match, bro.
But never mind that. We're in second place and we're third in the Champions League. Those are the positives. At the end of the day,
Mhm.
it's not like we're playing bad and whatnot. I think it's more so a concern for the future. I think it's like now it's can Arteta give us can he deliver? You
Yeah,
know, you've made us a good team. And one thing I always say, Nigel, to the people that follow me on TikTok,
yeah.
and I always say this every single time: Arteta is our Brandon Rogers, and we're still looking for our Klopp. Does that make sense?
I can't fault you on that take, man. A lot of people said that after the game. I was interviewing a couple people, and they said the same thing. There was like some
Yeah.
guy was like, "Yo, Arteta's like the girlfriend or boyfriend that it's not right for you, but they elevate you They get
Yes.
you there, but they're
Mhm.
not the right person for you. And
Yes.
I think that's a good analogy. He,
Facts. Great analogy.
like
Yeah.
he got us where we need to be, but I
Yes.
don't think he's the right person,
Yes.
that right
Yes.
face
Exactly.
for the team, But
Exactly. Well said.
the the players might say it differently. I think the players do like him and they do
Yeah.
respect him as a
Mhm.
coach, and that
Mhm.
goes a long way. Because once you
Yeah.
lose the respect for your coach, it's over, no
Mhm.
matter what. And we saw
Yeah.
that with Man United. We saw that with a bunch
Mhm.
of teams. They don't play for the coach. I
Mhm.
don't think it's gonna get to that point where he's gonna lose the locker room,
Mhm.
but you never know. After the Tottenham game, if we lose that, he definitely might
Mhm.
questions. Players might be
Mhm.
have some hard hitting question like
Yeah.
doubts about like his leadership, at
Yeah.
the end of the day.
Yeah.
But hopefully he doesn't get to that.
Yeah.
He's still in it
Yeah.
technically for the Newcastle. We're
Yeah.
gonna visit them in St. James Parks in a couple weeks. We
Mhm.
could probably post something out if we get a striker in. That
Yeah.
might be a little different, but
Yeah.
you just know, like St. James Park, and
It's
it's a
not.
hard place to go and play ball. That place is you
It's
don't
not.
want to play. You don't want to be down a 2-goal aggregate and go there and play.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. But
Oh yeah.
it seems like that's out as well. And we're
Mhm.
out of the FA Cup. We only have the Champions League left.
Yeah.
And maybe,
Maybe.
if Liverpool slips up, we
Mhm.
could get a little
Yeah.
something there. But I highly doubt that. Liverpool looks amazing. They're rolling. Their
Mhm.
coach is A1. They trust their coach. They playing
Mhm.
for their coach. Everyone's doing balling out.
Yeah.
And even though that's the crazy part too with them, Salah is not even in the contract.
Mhm.
Trent is in contract negotiation. Van
Mhm.
Dijk is in contract negotiation, and they're still playing as a team. They're still playing like
Mhm.
top class football. It just goes to shows the leadership and the grassroots that they did to build them up to where they're at right now. I think we
100%.
lack that. I think we took a bunch of shortcuts and
Mhm.
to get where we're at, and
Mhm.
it's biting us in the ass right now.
Oh,
But
100%, 100%, 100%. And in addition to that too, it's like people often forget they are a very good team, but if you compare their attack to ours, right? The
yeah,
amount of Mavericks, the amount of game changers, single handedly, right?
single
Even
handedly.
their bench, like Nunez, Jota, Chiesa, like Gakpo, all these guys, Diaz. Like, there's so much game changers. They can single handedly take the game by its neck
100%.
and win it for their team, right? We don't have that on our team at
Nope.
all. So it's like
Nope.
we can sit here and say Slot is an amazing manager, but the reality is he has a much better squad at his disposal
Fair enough.
than Arteta. And if I could double down and say, I genuinely think Nigel, our
Mm-hmm.
attack is probably 15th best in the league. I swear to God. Yes,
Damn.
I swear to God. I would take Brighton's front three. I would take Bournemouth's front three. I would take who else is in there? Newcastle's front three for sure.
Newcastle.
Villa's front three for sure.
Those,
Like
yeah.
you see what I'm saying? It's like and the
And Villa
history.
literally just signed. Sorry to interrupt. They just signed that guy from Dortmund.
Yeah, Malin.
Marlon. Yeah, like
Yeah, exactly.
what? They
Yeah.
already have so much for like Leon Bailey. They have a bunch of
Yes.
good
Yes.
wingers, and they still like, now
Yes.
let's add to it. But us
Yes.
is like, who do we get? We get like some C-Tech, like loans, and like, oh man, it's just
It's
frustrating,
honestly
dude.
it's laughable.
What
It's
does that
laughable.
go? Like, what does that stem from? The lack of a scouting a
No,
team?
no, it's not a lack of nothing. The reality is Mikel Arteta showing us what he prioritizes. Since he's been at the helm, he's only spent money on six attackers, six forwards.
Yeah,
Six forwards. That's and if you don't count Havertz, by the way, if you don't
ludicrous.
count Havertz, if Havertz was signed as a midfielder, that's only five attackers coming in, right?
Yeah,
And I'm sorry, but it's like buying five left backs, four center backs, four DMs. That's on Arteta and a misuse of funds. That's not on scouting.
yeah.
Not on scouting at all because
Fair enough.
we had the opportunity to sign Isak 2 years ago.
True.
Lavers 2 years ago. Many
True.
players a couple years ago, but we didn't pull the trigger because of Arteta, right? He
True.
didn't feel like we needed an attacker or a forward coming in. He
And
relied on Reese. He kept giving Reese Nelson a contract extension. Eddie Nketiah contract extension.
yeah,
Bought guys like Jesus, Havertz.
yeah.
Oh my days! Like we're talking about utility players, and then in addition to that too, right? In addition to that, we keep we're like a shelter for abused players or non-wanted players. Think about it.
I
Every
feel
single time we've taken in, Man City didn't want
healthy.
Jesus to
Yeah.
get taken in. Chelsea didn't want Havertz. The 15th, 10th place Chelsea that didn't want Havertz, and we decided to take him in.
Yep.
Nobody wanted Sterling. Hey, bud, come here. We'll give you some food. We'll
Yep.
shelter.
William.
Yeah,
The list
William.
goes on. Jorginho. We
The
took
list goes on. It's
Jorginho.
like, why are we? Why do we take what's the saying? Sloppy seconds.
Yeah.
Why is it us? Why is it us that has
Fair
to
enough.
resurrect people's career? Why is it our job?
Fair
We're
enough.
such an elite club.
Yeah. You don't see Real Madrid doing that. You don't see Barcelona doing that at
At all.
all.
At all. Even
At all.
Odegaard, Real Madrid sloppy seconds. Every player we sign is like an opportunity signing for a player to revive his career. The
Yeah.
only signing I felt proud of us, right, as a football club, the only signing where I felt like, wow, okay, this is now we're moving like a big club, it was Declan
Yeah.
Rice for $1 million. We beat
Yeah.
Man City, a big club, to sign
Yeah.
Declan Rice. Only
Facts.
them. And I thought, okay, you know what? Let's just start with something big. Now
Mm-hmm.
next summer, let's follow it up. Another elite signing. A
Yeah.
Rafael Leao, Osimhen, another.
Nope.
What happened to Phase 5 signings? What happened to Phase 5 that you promised us? Mikel Merino, right? A backup Real Sociedad player,
Yeah.
El Fiori, Sterling on loan, and Neto from Bournemouth. That is just abhorrent transfer window. One of the worst transfer windows I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate and disappointing to be honest. But to be fair, Calafiori, he haven't really shown what he could do at Arsenal, to be fair with that
Yeah,
one. But
and
yeah,
let's be
you're
honest,
dead on
Lewis
with the
Kelly
other.
showing him out.
Yeah.
Lewis Kelly showing him out. An
Yeah,
academy
Lewis
player
Kelly
is
is
showing you out.
yeah, absolutely. And shout out to Lewis Kelly, man. He's doing his thing. MLS is definitely doing his thing. A young guy, and he's taking it. That's a lot of pressure, man. All eyes on you, and especially in the Prem, and especially in a team like that, to just
Mhm,
have all that weight on you. Shout out
mhm.
to him. He's doing it. He's doing it. And he's handling his business, man.
For
Can't
sure.
can't knock it. Can't knock it. But
For
I
sure.
guess the academy is the way. I think from his perspective, probably the academy is the way to go. Like develop the academy, get these academy players to come
Mhm.
but you do need some experience. You do need the players. You do need the big money players to be a big
100%.
money to be a big club. You need a big money players, and we don't
100%.
have the big striker that we need, and we've been wanting for 2 years plus.
Mhm.
I don't know. The summer is gonna be a lot. It's gonna be really interesting. The summer transfer
100%.
window is gonna be really interesting because people have a lot of questions, and
100%.
we don't even know who the new sporting director is gonna be. I hear
Mhm.
talks about Rosinski.
Mhm.
I don't know his resume in that regard. I know him as a player, but we definitely need someone to scout like Edu. Don't get me wrong, Edu. He found some good players. He go to Brazil in the favelas, found them good players. But at the end of the day, it's up to Arteta, and that's one of the main reasons he said he left because Arteta was getting too much power.
Mhm. Mhm. For
So
sure. For sure. For
it's quite
sure.
interesting. Like I think it is true. I think Arteta wants to have his hand in every little thing because it makes sense because he's
Mhm.
controlling the team, and at the end of the day, he's at the helm of everything. So it
Yeah.
makes sense why he would want to have his hand in everything. But you got to focus on the team and building to training and all that good stuff. We have Nicholas Jova. He's been a light in our season. I think he's been
Yeah.
the main light in our season, just bringing back the set pieces. He's been the light
Yeah. Yeah.
with Gabby. And let's not go back. Big Gabby, yo. Big Gabby was playing striker. He scored the goal. He scored
Yeah.
a striker goal. He's doing
Yeah.
everything, man. He's doing the
Yeah.
set pieces. I think he's the only one that has the heart, like the real heart for the team, and really showing. I mean, he had that slip that lead to Ganacho going, but other than that, I think he has the heart,
Mhm. For
and
sure.
like he's the only one I think like really like fights, like really wants it, really, really, really wants it in that
Mhm.
game last time, and
Mhm.
even in the Newcastle game. But I
Yeah.
don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm confused.
Mhm.
Maybe this is just the period that we're going through, the slum period.
Yeah.
Every team goes through it, but this is just it. But by us being in the slump, it is just unveiling a lot of stuff that we just did wrong in the past that
Mhm.
got us to this point.
For sure. For sure. For sure. No. it's a lot of, like I said, a lot of cracks are showing up,
Yeah,
especially with Saka being out, and it's just like you just realize him being out, how average we are as a team, especially in
yeah,
the attacking front, and just in general, like the misuse of funds. The
yeah,
last 6 years, you just could see we didn't plan for it properly. We didn't replace when it was time to replace. We either held on to players for too long
yeah.
or we sold them too early. But it's just so many questions that are asked, and
Absolutely,
I,
man.
and at the end of the day, like I don't want to be right about what I say. If that makes sense, right?
Yeah,
People think I'm happy when we lose. I'm happy when Arteta does a bad thing. I'm happy when he gets a signing wrong. And they think I can't wait to catch him in a lie or whatever.
hmm
I want to be wrong so bad. I want Arteta to prove me wrong so bad. I want the players, Martinelli, Havers, to prove me wrong so bad. But the reality is, they're not proving me wrong. They're not.
yeah. Fair
Every
enough.
day they're proving me right, and it's like this summer, right? How are we about to act? How are we about to act? Never mind the summer. This winter, right? Jesus is out, probably an ACL injury. Saka is
Yeah,
out.
out.
Now Arteta, will you pressure the cronkies in the press conferences? How are
Yeah,
you about to act to get your signings in? Because at the end of the day, you're signing your well, what's the saying? Um, something along the sides of, like, I don't know, but yeah, he's signing his death warrant. That's what
yeah.
he's saying. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
No,
if
yeah, yeah. He's signing this. Yeah, yeah. I got you. Yeah,
yeah, like,
absolutely. Yeah,
you don't, because it's like you don't have the players to compete now. Beg the
yeah.
owners to back you, to help
And
you
they
out.
did. Yeah,
Yeah, call them out of the press conference. Yeah, keep doing that. Keep pressuring them, because it's like we need players now, and definitely plan for the summertime as well. But the reality is, Nigel, no matter what happens, I know where I stand. I'm Arteta out. Always. That's where I stand.
yeah.
I've seen my manager with an elite club in Wenger. I've seen us win trophies. We used to
Absolutely.
be a big club, a big institution, and I'm not gonna lower my standards now. The reality is, we have an
Fair
experienced
enough.
manager in our club. But people often forget we have an experienced manager at our club, right? We have a manager that is experimenting at a big club.
Yeah,
You know what I'm trying to say? A lot of rookie managers start out, at Bournemouth
yeah.
or
Or Everton or
overseas.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look at Fabregas Como.
yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
It's
Look at
levels. It's levels.
yeah, Vieira, Strasbourg, even Xabi Alonso, an elite manager,
Yeah,
Leverkusen. Like, so you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like
yeah.
Arteta is the only one that got a
And
chance at
just
a big club.
waltz in. Yeah,
Good.
back.
So it's like every year he's experimenting. And it's like, no, we're not a club to experiment with. Give
Yeah,
us a big manager right now that knows how to win trophies, that knows how to manage dressing rooms, that knows how to be strict, that has great talent ID.
yeah.
You
But
know,
I still got a little bit of faith. But
I
we
don't
gonna
blame
see
you.
on Wednesday, bro. We gonna see on Wednesday.
Yeah,
We
no, I
gonna
don't
talk
blame you.
again after Wednesday, and
Yes, sir.
it might be a different story if we lose this game. But before I let you go, brother, any last final thoughts before I let you go?
Final thoughts. At the end of the day, to all the rival fans chatting shit, we're still second place in the
Of
Premier League,
course.
and we're still third in the Champions League. So know your place. If you're below us, know your place. And lastly, the lads, the boys, as negative as I am, I'm still backing you. I'm supporting you. There are rivals. You better not lose. I got
Better
you.
not lose, man. Better not lose.
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah. If y'all like what I seeing, tune in. Let us know. Peace, man.
Appreciate y'all. Later.